Hey everybody, welcome back to the Unqualified Film Bros podcast. Wow, I started that one exactly how I meant to. We are talking about Jason Statham's new action thriller, The Beekeeper. I mean, a working man. Um, what do you guys think?
Well, I'll start off by saying I like The Beekeeper more. Um, Also a David Ayer, Jason Statham collaboration. I like this one. I mean, it's kind of a standard Jason Statham movie. Um, so I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's not as good as The Beekeeper. Though I did love the random, ridiculous plethora of villains they had.
Oh my God. Every like 3 minutes, someone's getting killed and it was a new villain. It was like, what the hell is going on here?
Also
Yeah,
different like genres of villains. You had
Yeah.
like the flashy Russian mobsters, you got the serious Russian mobster, the
the
I don't
different
know,
generations, the older,
metrosexual
the
Russian.
younger.
Yeah.
Then you also got a biker gang, you got a big guy to beat him up. You got corrupt cops, everybody's in this movie.
Yeah. Um, my issue here, and I will agree that it's not as good as The Beekeeper. Um, my issue is that The Beekeeper itself wasn't that great. Like
Oh,
it was
disagree.
it was good. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It was good.
That's a five and a five, 5 out of 5 movie. No, I think I gave it 4 out of 5.
I'm going on your letterbox right now, Ben.
I think I gave it 4 out of 5.
Well, I think part of what appealed for me for the beekeeper was like, dude, the whole premise is they
Ben, you
screwed
didn't
over
review it.
this old woman.
Oh, I didn't review it? Oh, I
No.
gotta do that, I guess.
How dare you?
Sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
Max, you gave it 3 stars.
Too
Yeah.
low. Too low.
I went 3.5. So Ben, how am I looking now?
All right. But no, I mean, these are dumb movies. It's not like The Beekeeper was a
Yeah.
great movie. It's
Y-
just so
y-
much fun.
Yeah, you're gonna see Jason Statham kick ass for 2 hours. There are gonna be some fucking brutal kills. You're gonna throw your head back laughing at some of them. And Statham's gonna have some, cheap one-liners in his deep, sexy British voice that'll stick in your mind for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but there's no moments where he brings in 2 gallons of like gasoline and is like, leave the building. And then forces them to all
Yeah,
say, I will not steal from the poor again. Or steal from the elderly. I can't remember.
I think it was the elderly or
the
something.
elderly.
They
Yeah.
were only
Yeah.
targeting old people. Yeah.
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 But I still enjoyed it. The action's fun. The side characters of like Michael Pena and whoever else really don't matter at all.
David Harbour.
Um, yeah, David Harbour really
Yeah.
does not matter at
Why
all.
was he in that? He
That's
was
just
a babysitter.
that's a funny gimmick. Guy who's blind who doesn't know he's blind.
Hey, David Harbour
But
played
yeah,
it well.
I mean it's fine. Just like what is happening here? These are these are not important. You
Like
got the random.
the
I forgot
grandfather too was kind of random. Like, I get
which one.
why the grandfather, like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The
yeah.
grandfather was just randomly like insane. It shows up in a fuzz hat and like he's throwing some Renaissance fair in his backyard. I don't know what's happening.
With his 8-year-old granddaughter
Yeah.
who's starving in the background because she wants to wait for her dad to eat. Like, what?
Yeah, no, it's wild. I think my favorite moment is when he saves the grandfather, and the child is like, what's his daughter's name? Jenny?
No, Jenny was
Jenny was
the
the
college was the
Michael
girl he was
Oh,
Pena's
wait,
daughter.
dating.
what's her name?
Um,
Mary.
oh yeah, yeah,
Mary?
yeah.
Is that her name? Well,
No,
whatever.
it's not Mary, Mary. It's Mary like Merry Christmas, Merry.
Oh my God.
Are you being serious?
That's what I remember reading on the letterbox page for it.
No. What?
Well, anyway,
I'm
That's
also
amazing.
just now seeing that, I don't know if this will show up, but we're getting Beekeeper 2.
yeah, that's what
Or
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's real cinema.
um
We need the Meg 3. There's like 10 books that
no, We
movies are
don't
based
need the
off of
Meg
movies. Yes,
3.
we do. What are you talking about?
It's necessary. But
Max, you fail to understand that that franchise cannot get any better than See Ya Chum.
I don't know.
Like, there's
I don't
nowhere
know.
to.
I think it can. I think it
That's
can get
peak.
better. I
That
think
is
it can.
peak.
I thought the line
That's like the
that
chicken jockey of 2023.
oh
please
God,
don't bring that up.
oh God.
Don't bring that up.
If Chip were here,
All
he
right.
would go off for the next 20 minutes about chicken jockey.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no. He
I
kept
gotta
texting,
teach him a
Ben,
lesson.
he kept texting me about trying to go see it.
No, he
Oh my
texted
God.
me.
He
I was
texted
He
me
in
kept peer
too about it.
pressuring me into
I
doing
was
it. I'm
in
like, no,
Boston
I
the
can't
last
do
couple
it.
days, and Chip texted me saying, "I wish you were in DC right now so we could go see Minecraft because I
Yeah,
keep
because
texting Max and Ben
yeah,
and
he
they would
can't get
take
you
it
to
too
like do it.
seriously."
It's not that I don't know. It's not that I would take it too. It's like I don't think I could sit through an hour and 45 minutes of the Minecraft movie
No.
with
I also don't want to fund this terrible movie and make it seem like this is something they should make more.
They're gonna make a sequel.
I know, but I'm not participating in that.
No, and I think it was a wise decision by all of
they
us
should
by
do
never
Dungeons
bringing
and
it up in the
Dragons.
group chat and never planning to do it on the pod.
Yeah, I'm glad that
Anyway,
never became a topic of
back to this movie because I do
Yeah,
the point I was
let's talk
making.
about what was this one called? A Working Man?
Like
yeah.
I'm
the
sorry, it's the exact same movie as The Beekeeper, but not quite as good.
It's more
that
like Taken.
huh?
It's more
Yeah,
like
Okay,
Taken because of the
okay.
sex trafficking stuff and like
Taken is better.
he's had a few movies where he just like protects a little girl or rescues
yeah.
a girl. I mean, the transport movies are kind of like that too.
Yeah, hey.
Um, but I really love the scene where Jason Statham rescues the grandpa, and the grandpa's just going off on him, and the little girl's just like, "Hey, he could have left you to die."
I acknowledge
And,
that.
and that's how the scene ends.
Yeah.
And then we don't see the grandfather again for the rest of the movie.
They
That's
He's
basically they
just
made
done.
up.
That like acknowledge, all right, my son-in-law saved my life. I guess we're cool now.
We're
Moving
cool.
on.
And also he lets him take this 8-year-old like away after spending the entire movie, well, in his two scenes of the entire movie, like absolutely shitting on Jason Statham and saying, I'm calling CPS, like you have no business being a parent. But yeah, go, I know you're involved in something really dangerous now. So like, yeah, go take her away.
But
it's
also
so
like
comical.
what the tone for the character of the daughter was so volatile the entire movie
Oh
because
my God.
she was either like 100% on board with all of the dangerous shit or completely like way too innocent to deal with any of it.
Yeah, she was either 7 or however old she was supposed to be, or she was like 16 and like understands everything that's going on.
Yeah,
Emotionally, I mean, like
Yeah.
she's a
obviously.
stone cold killer.
Did you
I
kill
swear
Grandpa? I'm just
she
kidding,
would
Ben.
have killed
What?
the grandfather if he didn't feed her.
I believe it.
Also, the daughter that was abducted,
Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny. Yeah, what's going on there? Like that's so random. It's like this child is like a karate or taekwondo prodigy. I forget what they said. Uh,
Yeah.
Martial arts.
Yeah. I had forgotten that, and when she like started choking that woman at the
I was like,
end, I was
what?
like, where the hell did
That's
that come from?
insane. You can't have that.
Because she said my grandfather, my uncle, or whatever taught me how to break fingers, and I'm like, that's very different than choking someone out with your legs while you're
That's some
like
Black Widow
suspended
shit.
from the air.
Yeah, for real. And it's like this small girl doing it too. And she's like, I think I killed that woman. Like, what? Why would you know that? Why would you think that?
Yeah, but the best moment with that character was after Statham walks out of the compound at the end of the movie and she just lingers in the room where she just killed a guy and watched two other people die and she just
Oh
and
wait, and
walks out.
you can't forget the is that a grenade? This movie is I could take the beekeeper even though he like went and raided the White House or whatever. It's like, all right, at least it's Jason Statham doing that. I can believe
Was
that
it the
that's the
White
kind of
House?
character he is. What?
Was
God,
it
I
the White
really don't
House?
remember them. I
Yeah.
really do not
Oh
remember
no,
them.
it was like their vacation home or something.
Was Josh Hutcherson in Beekeeper?
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
so.
played.
Was he
Yeah,
like
he
the
was
idiot
Anyone?
the.
son?
Yeah, he was the son,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. God, oh.
Kind of forgot about him.
Wait, no, that
Or is
because
that?
Josh Hutcherson's mom was the president, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But they weren't at the White House. They were at like some
They
They
were
were in
at
vacation
the
like
home.
bunker. They were in some bunker, like hiding. I don't remember why though. They
No,
weren't in the White House.
wasn't the
I
climax
think
at
it was
some
their
like party?
vacation home.
It's like a
That's
party at a
probably what it
vacation home.
was. I think it was a vacation home. Because he kills the president in the in like a study or like an office or
Kills
something,
the
right?
president of the
Yeah.
United States. Oh wait, no, no, he doesn't. No, it's his her son kills him or kills her,
Oh,
remember?
that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
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 All
Man,
right. Well,
crazy movie.
But back to a working man.
yeah,
I
they got
feel like
stunts.
they're putting Statham in all these different jobs and just having him be the same character. Like, sure, he's a construction worker here, but actually he has this insane military training that Jason Statham always has.
I
Like
think
he could have been in any profession working for some family business. It didn't have to be construction.
yeah, but he has some secret trauma that was never revealed, but has something to do with the gun he uses at the end.
Yeah, the one he leaves on the table.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
see him. I have no idea. Nobody knows what his trauma
Was that
is.
some sort of connection to what David Harbour was saying before he took off for the final climax?
Man, I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's these
What did David
things.
Harbour even say?
I don't,
I was like,
I don't know.
I just saw him open the gun room and was like, yeah, that's great. And then he starts walking through each of the guns like Jason Statham wouldn't know what every single one of them is.
It's for the audience, Max. It's
Yeah,
for
but
us.
like
he's the gun sommelier.
he's the sommelier, yeah.
Um,
Um, so Jason Fleming was also in this movie a couple of times,
who is that?
reuniting with he's been in a couple of Statham's movies before. I think he was in Lock, Stock, and I think he was in
No, who is that in the movie?
he's the Russian boss at the end
Which
who
one?
can't go get his revenge.
Oh,
Oh, oh.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, the dad.
He was
The
in
one.
The
yeah,
fair guy.
he was
Yes,
in Lock, Stock, and he was in Snatch.
yes, yes.
Mhm.
Um, I loved watching the junket for my job because I was pulling a soundbite from him talking about working with Statham again. He's like, "Yeah, we've been collaborating on a few projects, but not in a really long time. I mean, it's been over 20 years since the last time we worked together." And I was so excited to see the two of them after seeing Snatch, and then they don't appear on screen together at all.
What do you mean?
There's no scene with Jason Fleming and Jason Statham in the same room in this movie.
Like
They
they
don't
don't like
interact
Oh,
at
oh,
all.
you're talking about the other guy,
Yeah, the
the,
guy at the end
the
who makes
other
the phone call and he's like, and the other guy says, "No, you can't go get your revenge because we won't support you." The guy who gets
because
super mad that he can't get
yeah,
revenge.
because chair guy, the guy that dies in the chair accident, um,
like in a
he's also
pool.
yes, he's also
Different guy,
he's in Snatch and Lockstock, I'm pretty sure, or in one of them at least.
probably.
Also, we get a full-on waterboard scene in the first like 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Was that your favorite kill?
No,
What was your
I
favorite
think
kill?
there weren't any that really stood out to me, honestly, in this one. They were
yeah,
pretty standard. Like they weren't very, like Beekeeper, they were creative with and letting him kind of go off and do whatever the hell he wanted to and like
Yeah,
really just do
like
it.
the truck going off the bridge.
Yeah, that's insane. Like that was awesome. But like there was none that really stood out to me in
And
this
maybe
one.
you're right. Maybe I look back on Beekeeper a little too harshly. Maybe I should watch it again and boost it.
I like it. I like it a lot. This is one of his like more standard, but it doesn't even have like the best action. It's
No.
enjoyable, but
Part of it is the way they wrote the character. Like they wrote him with this deep-seated trauma where he can't like go hurt people because he's so traumatized by it, but like never brought up. And then also is I guess kind of resolved by the end, but we don't know what that is.
He
I don't know.
spends the entire movie talking
Trying not
about
to
like
hurt
I
him.
left that part of my life behind, and
I'm
then
not that guy
proceeds to
anymore.
do everything from that part of his life. I assume.
No, I like that he takes like one solid day where he's like, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna tell him no, and I'm gonna visit my buddy and be like, hey, should I do this? And then my buddy's gonna be like, you already decided, and I'm gonna go back and do it. Probably not the best idea when you're dealing with human trafficking. I've heard like the first 48 hours is the most important, but it's okay. He's a working
Every
man.
every time he interacts with what's the guy's name? Demi, the Russian guy with the long
Damien.
hair.
Yeah,
He
Damien.
looks like he's out of a straight anime or something. What the fuck?
Dude, that
He
either
is
the
the
worst
anime
character or my
representation.
favorite character in the movie.
Like he is actually the anime representation of a Russian person.
I actually like Dutch.
Oh,
Dutch
Dutch was great.
was he
The black guy.
the
Yeah.
black guy?
There's the guy that he
The
killed at the
big
end.
guy.
It's like, this wasn't your bit. Like, I didn't have business with you.
This wasn't personal. That's
I
true.
so I looked at the Wikipedia and I looked through all these guys, and then I saw him and his little snippet in the cast is a misunderstood but villainous character or leader of bike gang. It's like misunderstood but villainous is a great way to describe him.
I
It's like
guess
I'm
he's
a Green
misunderstood.
Beret too, brother.
Yeah, like in another life, I would have really liked doing taxes and laundry with you kind of
It's,
relationship.
it's just so funny because this guy's introduced as like this violent bike gang leader who sells a meth. Like,
I don't know. I felt like he was a good character for this movie. I don't know. I felt like there were too many, again, tonal shifts with the character where he could have been more like nuanced and introspective and thoughtful.
well, yeah, but it was like a clown car of like
Yeah,
villains. I mean, even him, he's like three villains in one. He's a big guy, he's a leader of a biker gang, and he's a drug
Oh,
lord, and
for the Russian
also
mob.
he's
yeah.
a former Green Beret that connects with the character.
And
And
they're
you
like
can't
kind of
forget,
friends, but they're like cool by
And
the
there
end.
are
yeah,
it's so crazy, Ben, because there are so many villains in this movie who actually
it's
get some
insane.
degree of screen time, and they still pile all of those villainous like cliches into the one guy.
But they've got a lot going on. I mean, you've got all the metrosexual Russian mobsters, the young ones, wearing the worst fashion known to
The
mankind.
ones who are either like lovers or brother and sister.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them.
Which one? The meth
The one with
guys?
the couple with the woman with a forehead tattoo.
Yeah, the meth people. That
So
Yeah.
they were a couple?
I don't know what the
I
hell
don't
was
know.
going on there.
No, I don't know. I did think it was funny that he hid like a foot and a half away in the bushes and the trees, um,
Yeah.
in the pickup truck when like 20 minutes before he was like in the woods and like camouflaged, had his like ghillie suit,
Yeah, Gilly's suit had like fake leaves, and then he's
and
just
then
like in a
he
truck.
makes a Green Beret makes the error of sitting in his fucking pickup truck 2.5 feet away from this biker gang and gets caught.
The fact that like we could see the full outline of the truck through the trees.
His bald ass head.
Like Jason Statham's character in this, and I forget his name, working man guy,
I didn't really
Levin?
know what
would
it was.
not make that
Levin?
mistake.
Levin?
Levin.
Levin.
Levin Cade.
Levin Cade. I think his name in Beekeeper was Adam Clay. You know, these are just generic action guy names.
So using AI for the names. Give me blue
Levin
collar
Cade.
working names.
He's gonna be in a movie. coming up in 2026 called Mutiny, where his name is Cole Reed.
And you know we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's like one of the bylaws of this podcast is if Jason Statham's kicking ass in a movie, we are gonna talk about it.
Lee Christmas and the Expendables 4.
Yeah, Lee Christmas, that's the best one. Those movies are wild. There's one where he's got a girlfriend and these people like assaulted his girlfriend and he goes to a basketball court and just beats them up mercilessly, including with the basketball.
That's
With the
creative.
basketball.
With the
That's some
basketball.
that's some beekeeper creative shit.
It's an incredible scene. Yeah,
You gotta
just
let
like
us know the
almost
name of that
kills a
movie,
guy
buddy.
with a basketball. Unbelievable.
I need the name of that movie.
I think it's The Expendables 2.
Oh.
He's in all of them, right?
Yeah, he's in all of them. I don't think I've seen the fourth one. Those movies get worse as time goes on.
Makes sense.
Can't forget his incredible few turns as Deckard Shaw in the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh my God. I
Which
think I tried to watch.
I've only seen the first five, so I haven't seen Jason Statham yet. I'm very excited because he shows up in, I think in the seventh one is his first appearance. Very excited for that.
I tried to watch Hobbs and Shaw, and it was
Oh man,
just horrendous. I
terrible.
mean,
It's
I
so sad.
love Jason Statham and I love Idris Elba, and I could not finish it. It was so bad.
Fast, okay, quick aside on Fast Five because that's the first time Dwayne Johnson shows up as Luke
Uh,
Hobbs.
that's
Fast
peak.
Five is the best one of these movies so far.
It's the best one. It's not gonna get any better. They get worse.
I've heard Furious Seven is pretty good,
They
but anyway,
get more insane. They
right.
just get.
Um,
It's like
Fast
what
Five
the
is
hell are you doing?
great, and it would or not great. It's very good, 4 stars. It would be better if Dwayne Johnson were not in it. So the fact that they put him with Statham in Hobbs and Shaw is just, I mean, I'm sure it makes sense when I'll get there, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Statham's
it's
great.
definitely it's definitely one
It's
of the it's a definitely a spinoff of that series.
then
Yeah,
there's Idris Elba in it, Black Superman.
that's right.
Hmm.
I have seen the
Why?
trailer for that one.
Why would you ever write those words? Like, what are you saying, man?
I don't know. And
He's a good actor.
sometimes in Fast Five, Dwayne Johnson's putting on like a southern accent, and sometimes he's just speaking in his normal voice.
It's probably not even the weirdest part of his performance.
Like he calls Dom Toretto boy a lot, but with a real southern drawl.
Well, I mean, Paul Walker used to do that too.
Paul
Well,
Walker,
not
may he rest
stuff.
in peace, is not great in these movies.
There's one scene where he's like, don't even worry about it, like it's
I
trying
said,
to.
forget about it, cuh.
I said, forget about it, You're like barely
Saying that
pronounce.
to Tyrese in Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's insane.
It's absolutely
Tyrese.
unbelievable.
Paul Walker said that to Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah.
I said, forget about it,
So yeah, very excited to see Statham show up in those movies when I get there. Um, maybe I'll watch the sixth one this weekend so that I can move on to Jason Statham after that. Um, but anyway, back to A Working Man.
Yeah,
Michael Pena's in this.
there's only so much to say. Yeah, it's a side character.
He doesn't matter.
There's so many characters in
Oh,
this
but
that
like
just have no
the
relevance.
fact that they got big names like Michael Pena and David Harbour as like the with and the and in the cast list, and then have all of these other side characters as
And
villains.
that's great, but like, why don't you use them?
I really thought it was hilarious that like David Harbour was like third billing, and he's in the movie for like 5 minutes max.
And the movie's almost 2 hours. It's like a buck 55.
It's 2 hours. Yeah, it's pretty much 2 hours. Yeah, I mean,
By the
I
end,
like
like
it, but
by the time we got to like when he saved the grandfather, I was like, this movie's getting to be a little long. And that was probably at like the 90-minute mark. I was
Well, it's
like,
because he kept taking on all these bad guys. It's like, all right, which one's the end? Which one's the final boss? And there's just more that popped
and
up.
then again, Jason Fleming. He's in the background of this entire movie. They never interact face to face. And then the resolution is just, no, you can't get revenge on him for killing your family.
No, literally all that he does is send in his Harkonnen goons to assault whatever. Like, what was going on there? There's the guy doing yoga behind the grandpa. These are why are they so unhinged? Do they even have the crazy henchmen? It's like every single villain archetype is here.
It's it's way too crowded, but Statham still gets to pretty much every single one of them.
Yes. No, I think it's kind of entertaining, but it's probably not the best way to make the most thrilling movie.
Yeah.
Like the Beekeeper just builds up how much of a bitch Josh Hutcherson's character is, and that's enough. It's like anybody in his way, and they're all bitches. They're all just stealing from the elderly. It's very much John Wick. It's like you just find something like that where it's anybody involved in that, yeah, go kill them. If you got a kidnapping, it's all like, oh, we got to find this person. It's a little less intense, unless it's done for thrilling effect.
And there are some good kills in here. Like I liked the
Yeah,
chair into the pool. That was a
yeah,
little
it's
bit
fun.
more.
It's more torture in this one.
Yeah. I definitely think that we're gonna have some more brutal kills in next week's movie when Rami Malek goes killing the people who killed his wife. Um,
Yeah.
and that's a little segue here. I think we've said all we can say about A Working Man. If you like Jason Statham, at the very least, you'll have a good time with this. I don't think we need to go beyond that with our opinions.
But if you
Um,
haven't seen Beekeeper, watch that first. And
yeah,
also, you've seen
And Operation Fortune, Roostiger.
which is also better than this.
yeah,
The
but
best of the three that we've done on the pod, I think.
the
Of the
mechanic
four, I
you don't
guess.
like.
What's the fourth one?
The Meg, two.
Oh yeah.
That's
Um,
number two, obviously. That's right behind Operation Fortune, but
I would say Operation Fortune, Beekeeper, Working Man, Meg 2.
The
I think
mechanic.
if we're speaking objectively, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be objective.
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
just gonna keep saying the mechanic. Watch that one.
watch as many Jason Statham movies as you can so you can understand what Ben talks about when we do Jason Statham movies.
Watch The Italian Job too.
Oh
That's a
my
good one.
God, I love the Italian
Great
Job.
movie.
Great movie. Ed Norton, that mustache.
He's protesting the fact that he was in the movie.
Donald Sutherland
Probably.
too.
Donald
Rest in
Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland also in the mechanic.
hmm
Well, as always, I have my homework for the next week is to watch the movie that Ben just mentioned right at the end of the episode.
The mechanic.
Uh, as I hinted at a couple minutes ago, we're gonna do The Amateur next week. Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne should be another entertaining action thriller with some pretty brutal kills, as you see in the trailer. Guy falls from a glass pool. That'll be cool.
Also
Um,
done the mechanic.
in the meantime, go see A Working Man in a theater because we want to support theatrical windows being extended.
Yes, we do.
We need movies on the big screen as movie lovers. All right, A Working Man is worth seeing. Go see The Amateur this weekend too, so that you can understand what we talk about next week. Um,
And probably the mechanic, because I'm gonna bring it up next
yeah,
week
and
as
talk
well.
about watch The Mechanics so that Ben shuts up about it. Oh, Ben, I love you. All right, we will see you next week. Have a good night.
Good night.